Welcome back to Corvette Weekly. Welcome back to the show. Everybody's here. We got Jason, Steve, me, obviously together. We're Vet Syndicate. This is Corvette Weekly. This is our 44th episode. So, guys, we are 4 episodes away from doing this for an entire year. So, math is not my strong suit, but we know that there's 4 of these things that happen a month. So, 4 times 12 would be 48. We're 4 episodes away. I want to say hi to everybody in the comment section. Larry Anthony, I figured I might as well mention this before I forget. His car is the car of the week. So the red C8 on the left side of your screen to my right is Larry Anthony's awesome C8 Corvette. Nice. He's in the market for a Z06, so not sure how much longer that particular C8 will be sticking around, but it is a nice looking spec, so I figured I'd throw it up here for the car of the week. Great White North Corvette, what's up? We're going to jump into some news first, just like we did last week. We're going to go through some news, then we're going to talk about it after the fact, just so the people who are here just for the news don't have to sit through our hour-long banter. Matt Hurley, we do have a cold start from you coming up, so if you want to see yourself on the screen here, just stick around for that as well. Blue Vet, Blown 6th Gen, Luke, Shane, what's up, everybody? Let's jump into some news. The first bit is actually going to be pretty much, it's going to feel right at home for Great White North Corvette because it is the C8 Corvette Z06 in a police car form. So this is actually coming to us from our friends over at the midenginecorvetteforum.com. And yeah, you're seeing it correctly. This is literally a C8 Corvette Z06 that is now a police car. So if you're in the area in Canada, I believe it said, yeah, so Quebec. If you're in that area, you probably shouldn't do a whole lot of speeding because that car is definitely going to catch you. It's not going to be one of those cars you can run away from. That thing is going to get you. So not a huge piece of information here. Just wanted to make you guys aware, especially if you live in Canada. Don't try to run from this guy. You're not going to make it. So next, guys, we're going to talk a little bit about the shipment of Z06s happening to Ron Fellows right now. So a lot of these cars are landing over at Ron Fellows because they're gearing up for the actual driving school that you can get from buying a Z06. If you guys remember right, the last time they talked about this was starting in April, and I believe it's still on track for that. But yeah, so it's starting up in April, and any new Corvette Z06 you buy, you get a kind of a ticket out to Ron Fellows. The cars are arriving. They're getting them prepared for this kind of driving experience. You get to go beat up someone else's Z06 on the track. It sounds like a great time. I've never been there, but Jason has. So Jason can kind of tell us, is it worth the time?
Oh my goodness. Absolutely. It was a blast. The cool thing is not only did I go, my wife also went. And when I say she went, like drove. So she had a blast and she likes to drive fast. So it was great, but it was a lot of really neat learning how, to drive the car on a track, not just, getting it out there and running around. You have class and then track time and it's a blast. And man, let me tell you, the accommodations, incredible. Loved it.
I have yet to hear anybody say anything bad about the experience at Ron Fellows. So I'm assuming it's worth your time. Now, like I said, guys, the Z06s are arriving. So if you're lucky enough to have gotten a Z06 at this point, you should check this out because the Z06 is literally a track car. So for you to be able to experience this thing on a track without having to kind of endanger or, put your own car in any kind of risk of wrecking or anything, this is the way to do it. Go out there, experience this thing as the way it was meant to be experienced without putting your car in harm's way. I think that's legitimately what this thing's all about. Plus, they're going to teach you, just like Jason said, they're going to teach you how to actually handle the car on the track because, believe it or not, that car in the 670 horsepower form, most of the people on the road cannot handle a car with that much power. You may think you can, but you have not actually pushed that car anywhere near the edge. And you will get to do that with the Ron Fellows School, and they'll teach you how to do it safely. So definitely a pretty cool sight to finally see these cars arriving. And as you can see, they're literally unpacking these things. They're literally pulling the wrap off of it after it comes off the trailer. It's basically a brand new car experience. Really cool stuff, guys. So like I said, if you have a Z06, definitely check this out. It's something you should definitely do. I know if General Lee's in the chat here. I know he has one. I know Matt Hurley has one. You guys both should be checking it out for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
But is that right? I hear it's possibly Carrie Glock's birthday.
Yep.
It is. So happy birthday, Doug. Everybody say happy birthday to Carrie Glock. He is in the chat. It is his birthday. That's pretty awesome. Got 45
Happy birthday.
We could, if you could, please hit that thumbs up button. But for now, let's go into a little bit more news. The one that you guys are really here for, the big piece of information, actually comes to us from Jason, who got it from Tweety. Now, I got to meet Tweety down in Texas at the Vet for Vets show. And tell us a little bit about Tweety, Jason.
Man, Tweety's had quite a few Corvettes. He always likes to trick his out. And he's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. Absolutely just a fun guy. He loves to come and hang out. And, man, let me tell you, he doesn't just keep his cars in the garage. The guy drives them. The Rapid Blue one he has right now has quite a few. And that's a 20. So it's a few years old, but he's got a ton of miles. The guy loves to get out and drive it. So super nice guy.
Awesome. Yeah. I got to meet him for the first time down at the Vet for Vets show, but he sent some information over to Jason, and whenever I first saw it, I was like, it could be legit, but it also could be a glitch. So let's take a look at what we're talking about. Over at the Corvette blogger here, we see that the 2024 Corvette E-RAY visualizer shows basically a visible engine cover on a hardtop convertible. So is it possible that GM is finally making this visible? So far from 2020 all the way up to 2023, the C8 Corvette, the convertible option, does not have a visible way of seeing that engine cover. But it looks like Chevy might be fixing that. Now, you guys can go through AMT Custom Designs and get that clear cover, which I'm pretty sure Jason's looking at doing. And if you do that, it's going to give you the ability to see the cover. But it would be nice to cut that step completely out and just have GM give us that ability. Now, as you can see here, this is on the CorvetteBlogger.com, but they are on the visualizer kind of showing exactly what we're talking about here. And you can see clearly a red engine cover there. Now, the visualizer is a pretty glitchy experience from time to time, so there is no guarantee that this isn't a glitch of some kind, but I do kind of find it odd that an engine cover would even be there on a convertible, like on the little model that they're showing. So personally, I think it's possible GM is looking at this. So if you zoom in really far, you can actually see there's little screw heads that go around it as well, almost indicating that whatever is covering the majority of the heat is screwed down around the engine cover. So again, it kind of looks like this is probably legit. Again, it could be a glitch. I know Corvette Blogger actually says that it could be a glitch in the matrix is what they refer to it as. But if it's not, this is pretty cool. So if you scroll down a little further here, you can actually see it even through the vents of the hardtop convertible part that comes down. So again, it kind of seems like it's going to be there. Pretty interesting. Like I said, it would be cool. You can get it done aftermarket if you want, but it would be cool if GM starts including something like this. I'm curious what your thoughts are, though, guys. Do you think this is a glitch, or do you think that this is something that is going to be included in the future 24 Corvettes moving forward with the hardtop convertible?
Me, I think that it's just one more way for them to add a few more dollars into their pocket and give people what they want.
It adds dollars into their pocket and also subtracts operating costs or material, we should say, because if there's nothing actually there, there's less material to have to make. So,
yeah.
All right. So clarification, guys. I had a feeling that that's what he was actually referring to. Kerry Glock. It's his C8. It's his Corvette's birthday, not his birthday. But either way, wish his C8 Corvette a happy birthday.
Nice.
All right. So moving on to the next piece of information, guys. This isn't something else that was on the title, and it is the fact that GM, their color chief, says that a color renaissance is coming to the autos. So what he's referring to here is, and he actually touches on it later in this article, he is basically saying that for the year 2025, so the 2025 C8 Corvette, we're going to get a lot of different color options. This kind of factors into something we've been kind of kicking around for a while now is that maybe we're finally going to get a really nice Verde Ithaca style green and a really cool Huracan Performante purple.
Yes.
And that would be really interesting. Now, the reason why I believe this so much is because one of the subscribers of the channel here, Shane, actually was down at the I believe it was the Bash last year, and he talked to some of the Corvette engineers and stuff there, and they told him that there was a color coming, that there was basically a green coming and possibly a purple. They told him that. Now, that was last year. I guess they didn't specify what year it's coming, but this has been something that's been talked about for so long now, and now it's kind of officially talked about on GM's end. It really does seem like this is something we're going to get eventually. So, I mean, the Corvette in general, I think, needs these kind of colors, especially now that it looks more exotic than it is ever looked before. Why not give it the exotic colors to go with it? Yep. Honestly, we're kind of getting there. I mean, whether you're a fan of cacti or not, that is not your normal Corvette color. So we're kind of getting there. We're slowly getting there. Now, as you guys know, every year so far, Chevrolet has introduced 2 new colors with the Corvette. Maybe for 2025, we get that green and the purple. I could see that.
I like seeing 4 new colors. You know, do you realize
there's going to be a little bit of a, I want to put like a hard stop on it, because at some point GM doesn't want 20 different colors available for the car. So they typically will remove 2 and add 2 in, so it's never going over the amount of colors that they currently have. But I could see a green replacing Accelerate Yellow. I could see purple, and this should absolutely be the case in my opinion, purple replacing Caffeine Brown, because Caffeine and Zeus Bronze, even though I really did like Zeus Bronze looking back on it, even though I didn't like it at the time. Zeus Bronze and Caffeine are almost guaranteed to be, Zeus Bronze already was, but Caffeine's going to basically be one of the lowest selling colors. I can almost guarantee it. I hardly ever see it. So they always try to change the bottom 2 selling colors. And I bet you purple would take over for Caffeine Brown, and green could take over for Accelerate Yellow, because Accelerate Yellow already has a lot of green hues.
Green.
Right.
Yes. So here's my question. Do they no longer have a yellow for 2024? Or whichever year that they add these new colors in?
For 25, it is possible that they would ditch yellow. And it's possible. I'm not saying there's any proof of this or anything. This is just me spitballing, because yellow is one of their more popular colors. So typically they'll change the bottom 2. Zeus Bronze was down there. They changed it to Caffeine, thinking that would help. Caffeine hasn't helped as far as I can tell. That would be the color that goes. The next one under that, I can't remember what it was before, but odds are good it's going to be, it probably isn't yellow if I had to guess. It's not Rapid Blue. It would be one of the less popular colors. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but we'll see the color numbers that are sold. Number 1's pretty much always torch red. Number 2 or 3 is always black and white. Those are the typical colors that people buy, the top 3. And then after that, it will go to like Rapid Blue, and then Red Mist, and however it falls out. But the bottom 2 colors are the ones that they could replace with possibly a nice purple and a more Verde Ithaca style green.
Man, that's a great color.
I mean, in this particular picture right here, the cacti doesn't look bad. Like, if that was just a hair darker, you're almost at Verde Ithaca there. I mean,
you're not far off.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not too far off. But either way, we could have some cool colors coming, is ultimately what that says. And like I said, guys, this is over at the Corvette Blogger. But moving on to the next little bit, we didn't. Corvette Blogger talked a little bit with Bob Lutz, and he says that the C7 Corvette was developed with just $270 million, and the mid-engine Cadillac was also planned. So basically, this entire article is talking about the fact that the C7 Corvette almost was the mid-engine Corvette. And the only reason it wasn't was because of kind of the financial situation that GM was in during that time frame. So They were going to go from a C6 to the C7, which was going to be a mid-engine car, and they decided against it because it was going to take a significant amount of money to develop that platform. Whereas with the C7, they could just lengthen the wheelbase, tune up a couple things here and there, and make a really awesome car as well. So that's what they did. Then with the C8 Corvette, that's when they had the financial means to go ahead and put a lot of money into the platform and make it a mid-engine. And I remember reading somewhere that it was around eight or 900 million that it took to develop that platform. And if that's the case, the mid-engine platform is going to be here for quite some time. There's no doubt about that one. But I just thought that this was interesting in the little bit that I read through here that number one, the C7 was going to be a mid-engine car, and they were also going to co-develop a Cadillac that was going to be mid-engine as well.
Can I just say that as much as I love the mid-engine Corvette, I'm so glad that they had to wait till the C8, because the C7 is such an awesome looking car. It's such an awesome functioning car. I'm really glad that it didn't work out and they were able to get the C7 out, and then we went into the mid-engine at C8. I'm just glad it worked out the way it did.
100% agree. The C7 is literally the car that got me back into Corvette mode. Like, yeah, as a kid, I always loved Corvettes, but as I was getting older, I realized that Corvette was so far outside of my financial means, I never really looked that much at them. But when the C7 came out, it was so captivating. I was like, man, that car, I got to have one of those. So
yeah,
if it hadn't been for the C7, I don't know if I would have gotten back into Corvettes at all. So definitely agree. Yeah. Real quick, guys, 2 more pieces of information, and then we're going to go ahead and talk about everything. The last part here, or one of the last pieces, is Stradman's Z06. It is still up on Cars and Bids, and the high bid currently is $206,000. It's received 32 bids, which is pretty freaking nuts in its own right. And it is sitting at 206 grand. So if you want to have a Z06 with a Z07 package, basically a loaded car, honestly, 206 isn't terrible, but we're still 18 hours away from a deadline. So if you guys want to throw your guesses over in the comments section, we'll see. I'm thinking the car goes for between 220 and 250, but with 18 hours left, anything could happen. Now, if you're really a diehard, go ahead, Jason.
That's a good deal, except that you don't get a warranty.
Yeah, no warranty. Stradman confirmed that in his last video. Yep, he confirmed it. No warranty.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's interesting. That's a high price car, sure, but I can do you one better. On eBay right now, there is a C8 Corvette Z06, and it is selling. Well, the starting bid, or the buy it now, is $800,000. So if you really want this car, you can have one right now for the low price of 800 grand. So this is definitely a strange happening here. I have no idea what this person intends to do with this, because there's no way someone's going to pay 800 grand for this thing. From what I can tell, it looks like a pretty well optioned Z07 car, but what? 800 grand? I don't know. I don't get it. But
so
anyway,
I was going to get the SPJ, but I decided to go with the Z06 instead.
Yeah. Like, even if that's the case, okay, you go with the Z06 and spend a fraction of the price you were going to spend with the SPJ. But guys, that's going to do it for the news section. We're gonna jump into kind of talking about this stuff now. So we're going to start. I'm going to kind of cut it here for anybody who wants to see the news. You can see that, but now we're going to talk about all this stuff. So let me start addressing some of the comments in the live chat here. Yeah, General Lee says, please put down the crack pipe. 100% agree. I have no idea what's going on with these people, but definitely interesting to say the least. All right, so before we get into too much of the chat here, guys, I want to mention today's giveaway. It's actually, this giveaway is going to last for 2 weeks. It is going to be from our friends over at ProClip. So ProClip has basically sponsored this video and allowed us to give away a ProClip phone holder for your C8 Corvette. Now, this is a 2-piece design. We've done a video on this already showing you how to install it. It takes 10 seconds. This particular part will clip onto the back side of your infotainment system, and then you can choose whatever phone mount you would like. So the one that we have pretty much all of us are using here is the MagSafe mount. But if you want something more universal, you can just let me know whenever you win if you want to do that. Now, the same thing is going to happen here, guys. The donation is $10. Every $10 gets you an entry. And the more you donate, the better your odds are of getting this thing. So these are typically, with both parts, they go for around $70 to $80. You can get it here for $10 if you want to donate. Up at the top pinned comment is a Venmo link if you want to donate there, or $10 super chats will get you entered to win this. You'll get a brand new straight from ProClip. So just let me, once your donation, if your name comes up, I'll let them know. They're going to send it right out to you. So
Hey,
yeah,
I have a little.
Go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, so we talked about this earlier. So if you got your car and you're probably wondering, where is my speed shape? And if you don't know what a speed shape is, this is the speed shape you get when you buy the C8 Corvette. So little model, little plaque. And me being a 2020, a bit bigger. So me being a 2023 owner, I was like, where is my speed shape? So I called today and talked to the Corvette concierge, and that's where you need to call if you don't have one showing up. But they told me anybody that got a 23, we are getting those, but they have not started manufacturing them yet from the vendors. So you will get them, but she told me to call back in another month to see what it is. So if you're looking for this and you have a 23, call the Corvette concierge probably in a month and find out where it is. If you've got a 22 and you still haven't had it, I'd call them now and say, where's my speed shape?
Yeah. So you can actually see right there on my wall, that's mine from my C8 Corvette right there. I have it hanging up.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's actually magnetic. It attaches to the base with magnets, and it has your VIN number and everything on it. It's a really, really neat thing that they send.
Hey,
Yeah.
I want to make a comment. I've just seen my favorite comment in like forever. It's from Jet Driver, and it's talking about a mix between a Lamborghini color and China. He said, I hear GM has a new color called Spy Balloon White. Dude, I love it. That's awesome. I love it.
All right, guys. So Shane says we have 70 thumbs up currently. We could really use some more thumbs ups. Would be really cool. Steve just shared some really valuable information for the
Yes.
the little model car, basically, that you get if you do have a C8 Corvette purchase. What was it called again, Steve? A speed?
Called a speed shape because it took me an
Speed
hour
shape.
to find out what it called. Speed shape.
I was gonna say I've
what is
never
this
heard
thing
that
called?
before. I keep wanting to say speed
Literally
tail
called
because
speed
of McLaren.
Yeah.
but-
Right.
Yep.
Okay, so a speed
Hey, I'm
shape.
glad they're
So
making-
Yeah.
that thing is so nice. I wanted one. I'm glad he found out because I had no
Dude,
idea.
I found the name of it out on eBay, and there are people selling those things for $500. I'm not even joking.
what?
I'm not paying for it.
Yeah. You can go and look. There's some people, and it's got your VIN number on it. I don't get it.
Yeah,
That's
why
how I
would you
found the
pay
name of
money
it.
for that. I'm gonna
Get it
I'm
for
gonna
free.
sell mine. I don't even care about it. I sold my car. I don't even need it. Shane says that he's gonna have to expel PPF, basically his speed shape. I thought about doing mine whenever I still had the car. I was gonna wrap that with expel stealth to give it that satin finish, but I have no idea how difficult that would be because how small it is. It'd probably be rough.
Mhm.
So yeah, speed shape, guys. That,
Speed shape.
believe it or not, that's some serious knowledge that Steve just dropped because I had no idea what that thing was even called. And
I called
it's
it a
coming.
model. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah,
Yeah, look,
That's what I-
it
that's
literally
what I was
says speed shape. So
Wow.
weird.
for $400.
Oh, he's selling. This is $400 for this one.
That's
Right there.
nuts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
Stupid
telling you.
Fast Truck says that's the same guys that are asking $800,000 for the Z06. They're like, you can buy the car for $800,000 and you can buy the speed shape for $400.
Yeah.
Yeah,
got some great
Avid,
comments.
it's the mini C8 trophy you get from GM. It's basically like
Exactly.
their way of saying thanks. That yellow poster you can actually see behind Jason there. That's what they did with the C7. They gave you a poster showing all the other car performance variants that matched yours. So those are all Z06s. I have one down in the garage that are all ZR1s, and it has your VIN number. Mine has my VIN number on it. Does yours have your VIN, Jason?
Yeah.
I don't.
No, it doesn't, because mine
Oh.
doesn't.
Okay, so the ZR1
Neither did
does.
my-
I think it was just because of maybe how few they made. All right,
Yeah.
so 80. Shane gives away the secrets here. Looks like we have 80 thumbs up currently, guys. I'd really like to get some more thumbs up. Do like the screen shows. Hit those thumbs ups. It really helps the channel. It helps to make sure that all the other Corvette enthusiasts see this video as well. Avik asks, will they be doing those for the 2023 Z06s? I haven't heard confirmation of that, but the fact that I haven't heard no tells me they probably will.
They are, because I asked.
Oh, so
Nice.
they said yes
More-
to the Z06
yeah.
as well?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Now, probably
yeah,
the same
that's
thing.
gonna look pretty
but, yeah. But yes, they're doing it.
John says, the shop that did my Expel ceramic coated my speed shape. Nice. That's cool.
Yeah.
Mark says, I heard the speed shape for the Z06 is on constraint. Oh, God. It's the world we live in. It's the world we live in.
Yeah,
That's actually funny. Shane says we got 85 thumbs up. Guys, we appreciate it if that could go even higher. Anyway, let's get into why, or do you believe that we are getting extra colors coming in 2025? So GM's color chief literally said it. Shane was there and personally heard it last year. They haven't said specifically what colors are coming, but they said that it's basically different colors are coming. I'm speculating purple and green, and I have been for at least the last 2 years. So what do you think? Do you think that that's something that's possible? Something that's likely coming? Wheeler, yeah, we actually talked about that
They're gonna have
last week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Steve?
I said, I know they are, because if they're really going to take this car to 29, 2030, they're going to have to do something instead of just production. They're going to want to have something that gains interest.
I agree.
So why would they not?
I agree. Yeah, Wheeler, we talked about that last week, but we can mention it again real quick. The Z06 actually performed extremely well on the VIR. It did its lap time in 9/10 of a second faster than the ZR1. And it was ahead of some seriously fast cars. It was ahead of a 720S. It was ahead of a Lamborghini Huracan Performante, which was a track monster. It was ahead of a lot of cars. Now, whether or not that translates to real world use, that's to be seen. But these numbers on track, they're always nice to see. It's always nice to see a car putting up numbers that are even better than the ZR1. That's fantastic, because if you guys remember, in 2019, the ZR1 accidentally broke the record that was held by the Ford GT while they were warming up the tires. So, yeah, I mean, if that record can be broken by the C8 Z06 now, that's pretty impressive. Shane says, I think they'll be gaining one more secret color in 2024. Caffeine will exit and bring a new surprise color. I do think caffeine is on its way out, because like I said, I have seen caffeine in person, I think twice, 2 times. And both times it's not my thing. And I mean, of course it could be your thing, but it's not mine. And from what I can tell, it's not many people's, because I don't see that color anywhere. Yeah.
No, Zeus Bronze is impressive.
Yeah. And you know what's funny though, is I didn't like Zeus Bronze when it was out, but now, looking at Caffeine Brown, I was like, man, I wish I would have stuck with Zeus Bronze.
Yeah.
But 11 Second Eclipse kind of nails it. He says they're definitely going to do the NFT green. And that's the thing, is I believe that whole NFT thing was GM's way of testing the market as to whether or not people would want that green. And they obviously, even though that NFT thing was a total failure on GM's end, I think they saw enough of a demand for that color that was their way of kind of testing it out. I bet you when they bring that color out, it is exactly the same color as that NFT was. 90 thumbs up, guys. We could use some more thumbs ups. Really would appreciate it. Maybe it will help if I do this. We get some of those thumbs ups going, guys. SpongeBob's asking for it. You know, it's serious whenever he wants those thumbs ups. It really helps the channel, guys. It's free. It makes us happy. Hit those thumbs ups. A flat purple like cacti or a preferred purple pearl tricoat metallic. Yeah. I think the purple that they used on the Huracan Performante was perfect. If they would give us that purple and honestly the green that they used on the Huracan as well, give us both those colors, I'm happy.
Well, they had the two different ones. There's Verde Ithaca and Verde Mantis. Verde Mantis was the one that was on the Lamborghini Huracans. The Verde Ithaca was the ones that was on the Lamborghini Gallardo and the 2012 Matt's Aventador. That's the Verde Ithaca. Best color ever. I do like Verde Mantis, but I think Verde Ithaca is just an insane color.
I would like to get to the point where I'm saying that I prefer Verde Ithaca over Verde Mantis, or either way. Like, give us the options. I mean, make a good green that maybe later on we could say, you know, I really wish they would go back to this green. You know, just give us a green. The Corvette hasn't had like a cool shade of green.
Yeah, not a super dark green like the polo green. Whatever. I want like a vivid green.
And that's
not that I don't.
The Corvette has never had a shade of green like that. Never. They've had polo and the bowling green, which is, those colors are awesome, but that's not the green I'm looking for.
What's that light green though? They did have one, and I swear I think it was the C4. It was almost like a seafoam green or something. I don't know. It actually
is very reminiscent of cacti in that, specifically in that one picture I showed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think I like it better than cacti.
Chad says caffeine is on its way out. I'm a Shelby guy, but y'all will definitely get a purple and a bright green. Great content, Justin. Thank you, Chad. We appreciate it. I do believe a bright green is coming, mostly because the car is so exotic looking. The only way you can make it more exotic looking is by making an exotic color. Yeah, it's basically a root beer color. Forest green would be cool. Look at my picture with my Mopar in the back, sublime. I'll check it out. Lime rock green was nice, but a long way from bright green. Definitely. That's the biggest problem here, is that the bright green, or the kind of Lamborghini green, we haven't seen anything like that. Wheeler O'Hara says, sorry guys, got a jet early for soccer duties. Take care. Thanks for tuning in, Wheeler. Always appreciate it. Stay cool, says Barbarian. I agree. Stay cool. Jason, we lost Jason, but he is coming back, so give him 1 second.
He's back, or at least I can see him.
Yeah, I'm going to add him back in here in 1 second. Okay, so he should be coming back in.
I can always hear you.
All right, Jason's back, and as soon as Jason returns, we hit 100 thumbs ups. That's awesome, guys. Thank you for the thumbs ups. Can always use a little bit more. We love to end these lives with about 200 going. I'm hoping we hit somewhere around there. Always appreciate it. Guys, one more time for those people just joining. Pro Clip for your C8 Corvette. This is the giveaway for the, it's going to be a 2-week giveaway. So today and next week, we're going to be taking entries for these. Every $10 donated gets you an entry. The Venmo link is up on the top of this particular chat, or Super Chats will get you entered. And after next week, we'll draw a winner randomly, and then Pro Clip will literally send you one of these brand new. They won't actually send you the one I'm holding. They will physically send you one from their location. 105 thumbs up currently. Evan says, whatever colors they bring, please match that offering with stitching and caliper options. This is actually a really, really big issue, we'll say. So I think it was Jason I was talking to about this, that the only color that GM makes that actually matches their calipers, actually technically there's two, is torch red and black. That's it. So if you get an orange car, you can get orange calipers, but they don't match. You can get a yellow car and you can get yellow calipers, but they don't match. For some reason, as far as colors are concerned, torch red is it. Now, obviously, your black calipers will match too, but black car with black calipers would, I mean, it's just not going to look like anything. So, yeah. Red Stingray Corvette says that he's in for purple. I mean, his name literally is Red Stingray, and he's good on purple.
Mhm.
So, you know, if GM's watching this, that they have to understand what that means.
Yeah.
General Lee says that's awesome. My wifey is loving the Z06 as well. Yeah, there's nothing not to like about that car.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely need to match the caliper and stitching choices. Yeah, that's again another thing. They don't have an orange stitching. And GM can do it because they did it with the ZR1 Sebring orange package. They had orange stitching. So why didn't they keep why didn't they just keep that for the C8 in general, the Z06 specifically? Like, you can get that car in orange, make orange stitching an option.
Yeah. I do have a question. Has anybody used one of the pens on their stitching to match a color, and how did it last long term? Yeah, which one did you use, Steve? I remember when you did it and you didn't like it.
Yeah, I'm curious about this too.
I used it's Marvy Uchi, whatever this company is. This is what I use. This is black version of it. I used it in red, and we tried it because people said to use it, and it did stain it, but it looks weird on the gray. It just doesn't look as bright. I wanted to make my stitching red, and I wouldn't risk it.
Is it for is it a fabric?
Yeah, this is literally a fabric marker.
Okay.
And
Yeah, so
now for this black rocks. I use it for other stuff, and it's permanent.
Yeah.
So you can try it. Remember, Justin, I tried it on an old gear shift knob. The one
Yeah.
And
So,
it just doesn't look as red.
Steve Robertson, that is probably the best comment I've heard all night. He says the only thing he doesn't like about the Z06 is that he doesn't have one.
Yeah. Exactly.
Totally agree with that one. But yeah, so as far as the dyeing of the stitching is concerned, I do have that shift knob from you, Steve, and I was looking at it, and I think I kind of came to the same conclusion you did. It doesn't look bright enough. It almost looks orange.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
All right, so we got the first Venmo of the night here from Kerry Glock. He donates $20. So if you want to add him in there, Steve, he gets entered twice for the C8 Pro Clip. Thank you, Kerry. I know you actually sent that about 26 minutes ago, and I'm just now seeing it. So.
Yeah, I'd like to take 2 seconds to say this is going to be pre-whatever. So we just got a major sponsor today.
Mm-hmm.
And in the next 3 weeks, we're going to open this up for a 4-week thing. So the best part about this is a more than $500 giveaway. It is not a car part. And it is something every single car owner would want, regardless if you're a Corvette. This, to me, is like going to be mind-blowing giveaway because everybody on this channel will want it. Doesn't matter if you have a Cadillac or a Toyota, you're going to want this thing. So we got really excited to be able to announce it soon.
It's not a car part, but it is for your car. Well,
yes.
It's hard to go any further than that without actually seeing it, but you will see them next week?
Yeah, I think we'll do it next week. We'll probably start the giveaway in 2 weeks. But let people know it's coming, and really excited because I've been wanting for a while this, and you already have it, Justin, and it's amazing. So we're really thrilled they're going to sponsor the channel.
All right, so I'm going to address this from General Lee. He says, Justin, where are the scrape armors, brother? So I just talked, it was last Monday, I talked to Scott over at Scrape Armor, and the Z06 kits are available, but they had like 10 that they were sending out. The rest of them are not available until March. So you can place the order now, but you won't get it until March. With that said, I have one of their early units that they will actually be doing an install at my shop on one of my subscribers' Z06s as soon as it comes in, and it should probably be in within 2 weeks at the most. It's going to be by the end of February. So that will be one of the first Z06s that actually gets the scrape armor installed. I'm going to make a video on it showing you guys all how to do it. The one thing you are going to want to keep in mind, the front bumper does have to come off. Now, with that said, there's two things to say about this, but the big one is the reason why it has to is because GM actually seals the front bumper to the radiator ducts. So there is no gap in between the backside of those of your bumper and the radiator itself. It's sealed all the way around it. Now that's to make sure that every bit of that air coming into that bumper is getting pushed through the radiator. It's not going around it. So it's an awesome design, but at the same time, it makes it difficult to get these grills in there. Got to take the bumper off. Scott actually told me it is a lot easier to remove that front bumper than you would think. He told me that a regular person who has no experience with it can take it off in about 30 minutes. They've gotten to the point where they can have a front bumper off in about 15. So that's my long way of saying these are coming in May or March, and I will have a video very soon showing you how to install it from my shop on a subscriber. His name's Mike. His Z06 will be at my shop by the end of the month. So keep a lookout for that. 11-second eclipse. The color before changing it to red was white or gray. I don't think GM actually says that it's white. Dr. Corvette's in the house. This is a giveaway that actually could be good for you too. It's a Pro Clip. So it lets you mount your phone in your C8 Corvette. Any one of them. Any one of your C8 Corvettes. This will mount. So this is the giveaway for the month. If you win this, you can choose whatever phone mount you want. It comes straight from Pro Clip. And every $10 entered, or every $10 donated will get you an entry, just like usual. And this is only going to be a 2-week giveaway, so we'll announce the winner in 2 weeks. You're very welcome, General. I will actually, between you, BPR Z06, I'm not sure if he's in here tonight, and I think Matt Hurley, I think he asked me about it too. I know there's 3 people that I'm going to get to ASAP as soon as I hear anything about those scrape armor radiator grill guards. Yeah, 2020 Matrix 8 says he's got a box sitting right there with scrape armor in it that he'll sell to you for 1 million alpacas. That's a pretty good price. Break that price down though, 2020 Matrix 8. If we could go from alpacas to eggs, how many eggs would it take? 40-ounce steak.
Wow.
My man. It's the OG right there. BPR Z06. There he is. Yeah. I was just.
Did he get the shirt? Finishing the steak.
Oh yeah. Oh, he sold one of his Z07s. 100K over he got. Man, this market is nuts. Yeah, Shane says it, guys. Let's get those thumbs up. Get the thumbs up. Do one of these guys. Look, SpongeBob's telling you, get those thumbs up. So again, guys, we have Pro Clip for giveaway this for the next 2 weeks. If you want to donate, the Venmo link is at the top of the chat. Any donations, every $10 is an entry. How about just give me the chicken? 2020 Matrix 8 says. Yeah. All right. So I guess I didn't see any comments in here about anybody actually dyeing their interior stitching. I was thinking somebody would. Jamie, sorry, I'm just now seeing this comment, says, does it matter if you install scrape armor before or after expel? No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter. You can do it either way. I do, however, recommend that you do both of those things as soon as possible, especially on the Z06. The Z06 has an even wider open front grill area where those radiators are just going to get beat up with rocks. And with how hard the Z06s are to get and how expensive they've been, you're going to want to protect that paint too. So do both of them right off the bat. Jet Driver says, congrats on the sponsor. Thank you. Steve Robertson, it is not a pressure washer, although that's a good idea too. That is going to be something I reach out to as well.
Yeah, no kidding.
Wait, what did I see about a die-cast car up here? I want to make sure.
Oh, that's Jaden.
Jaden's in the house?
Oh, yeah, he is.
Under die-cast.
That's Jaden's diecast model car reviews.
That's what it
That's
was. What's
Jaden.
up, Jaden? It's been what since Carlisle, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
Shane, I've seen a lot of people having good luck with Sharpie, and all kinds of different options, but I, it's one of those things I'm kind of hesitant to take a marker to
Same.
the stitching, and there's no turning back.
Exactly.
So, Steve, actually, did you buy that shift knob just for that?
No, I actually ruined my shift knob when I did the GW shifter. I was using a mallet on it trying to get it down, not realizing there's a screw on there, and I wrecked it, so I had to buy another one.
Oh, that one you sent me is wrecked.
Well, it made a little
Oh, clicking noise.
when
That's
it
right.
vibrates, it made a little rattle
Yeah,
noise.
That's right.
Yeah, it does. I put glue in it, fixed it, but it's not a big deal.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I was just wondering.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Steve tried the fabric dye on the I wish I had that thing right here. I would just show you on the stitching on the gear shifter of a C7. And by the way the world aligns, I have that shifter now, and I took a look at it. I'm not super pleased with the way it looks. It doesn't look vibrant enough.
Yeah.
Like for it to actually be
that's what it
bright
is.
red and maintain a bright red. That's my fear, is that I dye it, and even if I'm okay with the color, that it fades over time, and then I'm just like, eh.
Yeah, I can't. That's why I can't do it. I want that vivid yellow, or I don't want to do it.
That's what's hard now. I'm having a carbon fiber steering wheel built, and I'm having to, because of that stitching in the Corvette's like a grayish white, I'm having to custom match that because I'd rather have red stitching.
Yeah.
But I don't want to go through. I don't have red stitching on the steering wheel, and the rest is all this gray white. So it's kind of hard, but.
11 second clip says about the pressure washer talk that DeWalt sells a nice one. If I did a giveaway with these pressure washers, I'd probably reach out to the company that I have mine through, which is the AR Blue Clean. Theirs is like a commercial grade. The whole motor that runs it is all brass and metal, versus a lot of the ones you'll buy at like Home Depot and stuff have plastic internal pieces that don't last very long. If you guys haven't seen my custom pressure washer setup video, check it out on the channel. It's a really awesome pressure washer, and you got a good one whenever you got to lift it up onto the shelf and the thing weighs 60 pounds. That's how you know you got a good pressure washer, because typically every other pressure washer I've ever used, they weigh like 5 pounds max, because the majority of the parts in them are plastic. Got 120 thumbs up currently, guys. Be really cool if we could get some more. If you could please hit that thumbs up button, just like that. Look at all those thumbs ups. It'd be pretty cool if we could have those. Yeah, bigger hammer. Bigger hammer would have just done more damage quicker.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, so Jet Driver. Comet is one I actually almost went with, because the Comet pressure washer actually has a lot of metal internals as well. And the price was right around the same as the AR Blue Clean, but I'll have to check it out. Diecast says, quick question, Justin. Do you know anything to do near the Corvette Museum? I'm going for my first time for my birthday in March. Super excited. That would actually be pretty cool. I've been meaning to get to the Corvette Museum myself, and I'm definitely going to head down there for the bash this year. I don't know anything specifically around there, to be honest with you. I've never been there. And as much as that's sacrilege for a Corvette guy to say, I do want to go. But I don't know anything specifically around there. One of my good friends lives down near there, but
when I was on my way home from your house, when I was driving down, I didn't see anything really around there.
Yeah, it is kind of in an area by itself, but actually, someone told me it was in kind of a possibly near a bad part of town. Like, I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't really done a lot of research.
I just know there wasn't like anything I felt I needed to look at in the area.
Paul LaMonaco, yeah, I'll be there for the Corvette Bash. Me and I think Shane will be there as well. Maybe we can convince these two guys to go too. It'd be pretty cool.
What is it?
End of April.
End of April. How far a drive is that, Jason? You just drove it.
It's
when
far drive for
12
you
hours?
guys.
Yeah.
The only thing I would say is you fly into Pittsburgh and just ride down with me, and then fly out of Pittsburgh on the way back or whatever, or fly out of Nashville at that point.
Nashville.
Yeah,
Ooh, that'd be
Shane
nice.
says he'll 100% be there Thursday. He's doing a plant tour in the early morning. Friday and Saturday, the bash events. Monday is Z06 race track time for me. Nice. Got it all planned out.
McDonald's.
What's that?
How far is it from Nashville?
Me?
No, how far is the Corvette Museum from Nashville?
Oh, not far at all.
Seemed
It's pretty close.
Hours. 4 hours or
From Nashville?
I don't remember. Yeah, where I don't remember now.
No, it can't be that
Okay,
far.
Google Map.
I can't remember.
Let's see. Nashville Corvette Museum. An hour and 4 minutes.
Yeah. No.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay, I might have to be going to that. I've been wanting to go to Nashville, so.
All right, so Steve Robertson donates $50. He says, in
Oh,
honor
man,
of the
Steve
Chiefs
Rob-
winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah, the chefs.
The chefs, yeah. The chefs got it. Thanks for the donation. Steve, we'll get you entered 5 times now for the Pro Clip as well. And that's pretty cool because I know you also do have a C8. Looks like we have 125 thumbs up currently. That's awesome, guys. Thank you. Dr. Corvette says that he thinks he'll be at the Corvette Bash, I guess, with 5 of his buddies. He rented a 5,000 square foot house, 4.5 bedrooms. Nice.
Golly. Well, that's because he sold that Corvette for $100,000 over.
Dang.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be there
Big
as well,
fan.
Dr. Corvette. So we'll definitely hang out. Yeah, Paul says 1 hour.
Do you have to get tickets for this?
Use the crash. What's
Yeah.
Do you have to get tickets for this bash?
I don't actually know. I'll reach out to my friend and see. Actually, Shane would know. I don't think so, but I was actually possibly interested in setting up a booth there. And I know, Michael Dobbins. He goes there with Expel every year.
Yeah.
I might ask him about setting up a booth.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
All right.
well, if that's the case,
Yeah.
then you guys definitely need to come if I can get a booth set up there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Shane says there are some really great restaurants in the area too, so he can show us around. I have not been there before. That's one of the
And
only
yes,
states
you
I
need
have not been to. Oh, yes, you do need tickets, says Shane. Okay, so one other thing I wanted to show you guys was the cold start from Matt Hurley. If you guys remember, 2 weeks ago I was asking for cold starts from your Z06 because, let's face it, the car sounds awesome whenever it gets cold started. So Matt sent me one of his, and I'm going to play for you. So here we go. Are you guys ready for a cold start?
I know. I am.
Let me get just a little bit of life over here in the chat, guys. Are you ready for a cold start? Cold start of a Z06? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready for it. That would be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, it's front seat driver. He knows.
Mm-hmm.
He has the excitement going. Yeah, says Elijah. Okay, all right, here we go. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. That thing sounds amazing.
Hey,
All right,
and I got to
so-
tell you what I would also like to see. I know we talk about Corvettes, but I would really like him to send us a cold start of his Lamborghini Aventador.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
We could do an honorary Lamborghini Aventador cold start.
Yeah, Matt, if you're still on here, I think he's still
He
on
is.
here. Yeah, he
Yeah.
did. He emailed that about an hour before we started the show. I saw it come in. I was like, all right, I got to do it. Like I said, he has one of my favorite car specs, so I had to do it. But yeah, let's hear that Aventador. shoot me an email on the cold start of that too. I'll throw that up on here too because it's the right color as well. So why not?
Yeah, it is.
Blow up the skirt.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, the Aventador shakes the house when it starts.
Now, that color would be a great Corvette color.
Yeah,
that's what we were saying.
What we've been talking about.
They would do that.
Yeah. So Green Rush says, where do you think the Z06 will be as far as value in 5 years? Honestly, I thought about this a lot because there's a couple things at work, and I don't really want to get too much into this because a lot of it's speculation, but there is a chance that the Z06 doesn't actually stick around for a lot longer. And if that's the case, and it ends up being an even remote, rare car, the price of that thing is going to be ridiculous. It's going to be like ZR1 style pricing, where the price never actually dropped below MSRP. Yeah, Shane kind of says the same thing. He said the Z06 will definitely be holding its value since it will be such a lower number produced car, just like the ZR1 was. And if you guys look at the numbers, the ZR1 has never fallen below MSRP, even for the automatics. And the automatics are what fetches the lowest amount of money. As of right now, I could sell my ZR1 for about $70,000 more than I paid for it.
Yeah.
Oh, Matt Hurley says his Aventador is fully straight piped. That makes me want to hear it even more. So definitely shoot that to me when you get a chance.
Please.
And if you can, I know this is asking a lot. If you can, try to rev it too. Like just blow the camera speakers, the microphone, blow it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kerry Glock. We've already seen the price of what these things are going to be. It's going to be $800,000. The Z06s they're going to hold steady at $800,000.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Yeah, last naturally aspirated. It's very likely the swan song for the naturally aspirated Corvettes. Possibly the last C8 Corvette that isn't at least hybrid. You know, even if it was naturally aspirated.
Yeah.
Yeah, no cats, no mufflers, and a tune. That thing's probably nasty. That's got to be nasty.
And it looks so good. Like the wheels and all that. He posted a picture of it yesterday, I think at the gas station or something. I was like, oh my gosh, man, that thing it's ridiculous.
Mark says the flat plane crank will not be made 5 years down the road. No, it definitely won't be. This is very likely the last we're going to see of a V8, a big V8 engine, naturally aspirated without hybrid setup by itself, let alone flat plane crank wise. General Lee says he's not selling his. I wouldn't either, man. Hang on to that. This is my fear, is that $250,000 for a Z06 is going to look like a screaming hot deal in the not too distant future. That's kind of my fear, because as of right now, $200,000 for a car that is worth $150 seems insane. But in a couple years from now, you're going to wish you would have just spent the money and got one.
Yeah.
Joey B says that he'll sell his 2023 Z06 Speed Shape for $800. Oh man, I gotta check out eBay. I can't believe that those things are selling for that amount. Mine's literally hanging on my wall back here, and I don't even own the car anymore. Like,
you could maybe autograph it, $500 more.
For it. What?
Yeah, just autograph it. Autograph it, and you get more. HPO.
Oh,
look at
6.
I can't let this go. Jason has got to show people what he's wearing behind. He got up earlier. He got up earlier to get some water or something. I'm like, what are you wearing?
Had to go get my coffee or something. No. And everybody got a sneak preview. They just may not realize it, because I realized when I reached over to look to see if my vid was on here, you could see it. So I don't know if everybody else got a chance to see the thong. I mean, the what I'm wearing underneath here. It's not a thong. It's not. Should we show them?
Yes. Because I was guys, like, what the heck are you wearing?
Wait, before you do, who wants to see the absolute craziest possible pants that someone could be wearing? I know this is a little off topic, but
Oh, I'm kidding, not
A
literally.
little off top. Before we do though, let me address this. BPR Z06 says that his Z06 got a transmission check engine light today.
Oh my gosh.
Not a great thing. I hope that that's not a big deal, but BPR, let me know if you have done any diagnosing with this yet, or if you have any information outside of that. With that said, let's flip over to the camera to Jason, because Jason has some really interesting pants on today.
Matt's wife already.
Yeah, I'm gonna say she already noticed. Anybody want to take a guess? What do you think they are? Oh, look at those things. Look at that.
I'm like,
These are the ones I wore to work, man.
hey, Jason said he would wear a banana hammock for $1,000 Venmo.
I don't know about that.
Oh
I
my
already
god.
wore it last week. Nobody noticed. That's what I was wearing last week, and nobody noticed. So actually,
It's 'cause you never
these
stood
are,
up.
by the way. Yeah, I did. So these are actually Scooby-Doo. They're Scooby and Shaggy. I have Bugs Bunny. I have the
Jet driver
Grinch.
says my eyes are bleeding.
Oh my god.
These are just pajama pants. My wife buys me pajama pants every Christmas. She gives me a different pair. I've got like 10 of them downstairs or whatever. And yeah.
That's
That's
funny.
just crazy.
Yeah. Amber says she loves them.
Yeah,
So-
they're comfortable. Holy crap, they're comfortable. Oh my goodness. Ruby Woo.
2020 Matrix 8 says, hey, Amber. Mark says,
Hey, we
do you
did-
know when the pricing is coming out for the E-RAY? I'm number 1 on my list. I haven't heard. The pricing is already out for the E-RAY. I'm assuming you mean like availability is probably what you're waiting for. Shane says, I'll get naked for 1,000 Venmo. he probably would too. He's crazy enough. He would do it. Yeah, generally, that's a good question. Did it clear on its own? Or is it still a problem? Did it affect drivability? I'm kind of curious what the message on Dash said. Idle creep temporarily disabled. Taking to dealership Wednesday. Is it still doing it then? It didn't clear.
Oh my god.
I saw you say that in the Discord. I wasn't sure if that was something that was ongoing or not. Yeah, guys, Shane's video is up on the channel if you want to check it out. He was nice enough to film for us while he was over at McMulkin. That's pretty cool. 2020 Matrix 8's number 3 for the E-RAY over at Hendrick.
And I'm number 3 at Huffines.
Dwight, this is live, yes. We're about to start wrapping it up, though, I think. Yeah. Jason here, front seat driver, he is number 3 at Huffines, so he'll probably end up getting one of the cars pretty early on as well. Mark says, old school Scooby-Doo.
Best way.
Scooby Dizzle.
Jet driver said that he's seen the video and it was really good, Shane. Good job. People are liking you. E-RAY will not be a valuable car, in my opinion, as we progress with hybrids and electric. I agree. I don't like necessarily how that was worded, but I do agree that the car is not going to...
Well, it's not going to be Z06.
Yeah, initially it's a cool car, but it's not going to hold its value. It's not going to do quite what the typical Corvette owner wants it to do.
Yeah.
Well, that, and I think the progression of the electric world is going to outdate it fairly quickly.
Yeah, I agree. Hybrid is not going to stick around for very long once they start really pushing electric cars.
Yeah.
Dr. Corvette says, times are tough. I'll go naked for $10. That's coming from the guy who just got $100,000 over for his car.
Yeah, exactly.
Dang, times must be really tough.
I've only got 06 now instead of 2.
134 thumbs up currently. Dwight James says, how can I pre-order the E-RAY, you mean? You would want to go to your dealership and get on a list. There is no official lists yet because there's no availability that's been talked about from GM yet. But if your dealership is taking names down on a list, you might want to jump on that. Let's see. 136 thumbs ups currently. Fortunately, I got to go, guys. Nice to be here. Have a wonderful night. You do the same. We will definitely catch up with you soon. Hopefully, we'll see you again at Corvettes of Carlisle this year. Yeah, there was a question. Was that Stupid Fast Truck said, yeah, do any of you guys, the C8s that you have, does it lurch a little when you start it? I think that is kind of a C8 thing. Mine did as well. You're very welcome, Dwight. Great White North says, Stupid Fast Truck, mine did just the other day for the first time. I started it for the first time in a month. Yeah, if it's a true cold start, I think that's what it takes to do that.
You know, one thing I don't like about my C8, and let's just is when you go to park it. I park it in the garage, just flat. There's no hill. There's nothing.
I know what you're going to say.
Turn it off,
I absolutely hate that.
And it moves.
I hate it.
It moves.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And see,
it's weird.
There's a fix for that, and I thought for sure GM would do this. Like on my TRX, my TRX did the same thing, but you can have it set in the options where as soon as it goes into park, it automatically puts on the e-brake. If the C8 would do that same thing, it wouldn't bounce like that. And if you're on a hill,
that. It's like,
yeah, if you're on a hill, it's even worse. Like it's like violent. It will bounce. They just make it so the e-brake will come on at the same time you hit park.
Yeah.
Does that in my driveway? Every time I stop and then it's like clink, and I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah, it's like you could put the e-brake. The brake is far over. It's not like on the C7 where you can just automatically do it. You got to reach over. It's pointless to me.
Right. BPR said that it lagged when he shifted down at a railroad track. Then the message came on. Seems to shift okay now, but the light's still on. I have babied it. No revs, no manual downshifts, etc. That's disappointing, but hopefully, fingers crossed, it's nothing major. BPR, I know you're part of the Discord channel. And by the way, guys, if any of you want to join the Discord, it is linked in the description down below. This is where we can kind of continue the chat. But BPR, if you could just keep us updated in there so I kind of know what's going on with it. 138 thumbs up currently.
And subscribe to Vet Syndicate on Instagram because we went over 11,000 people. We chat. I swear I'm talking to either 2020 Matrix C or Matt Hurley every day.
Yeah.
Every day. Multiple times a day. I think 2020 Matrix, I'm talking to him like nonstop.
Yep. Yeah, guys, if you
join the I'm on it all the time, but I never get into the part where the messages are for some reason. I just don't. I either post or check what we're at, and then I usually get right back off.
Yeah.
I need to be on it.
11-second clips. If you hold your foot on the brake, it still does it. The only way to stop it is if your foot's on the brake when you turn the car off, or if your foot's on the brake, you hit the e-brake to turn it on and then turn it off. Then turn off the car. I mean, if you do that, the car will not move at all. But the transmission itself, it might just be a dual clutch automatic thing. When you put it in park, there's a good bit of like. Once it actually settles down into park, it moves probably what feels like 3 inches. The car will literally just bounce forward until it comes to a complete.
And then in this case, 3 inches is not good.
Yeah.
What?
I said in this case, 3 inches is not good.
I'm pretty sure most girls would agree.
Oh, Jesus. All right, that sounds like a good place to end this. All right, guys, we have hit our hour limit. Yeah, it's always really nice talking to all you guys. Like I said, join the Discord down below. Steve and Jason are there as well. Go follow Vet Syndicate. All of the stuff that we do for the live videos and any of the car shows and stuff, they're always posted on pretty much both locations. But if you want to continue the chat and have someone readily available pretty much all the time to answer, join the Discord in the comment section down below, or the description down below. But with that said, guys, we're going to wrap this up. If you could, please hit that thumbs up button one more time before you go. This is what it looks like in case you guys need to know. That's what it looks like. Just hit that thumbs up. It really helps the channel. It helps the channel grow. It helps Corvette Weekly, Vet Syndicate, all of us grow. Would really appreciate it. It's awesome hanging out with you guys tonight. We'll see you same time, same place next week.